Hi everyone, it's time to refresh my goals for the month of April, get my April monthly calendar set up, all of the things. My life is basically a spiral of hot mess right now, which usually is the case as we start to get towards the end of the school year. And so this should be interesting. Anyway, so first things first, I'm going to check in real quick with my monthly goals. I have not finished checking them off because as of today is like there's only a couple days left in the month, but I haven't quite finished the month yet, but we can see sort of where everything is. All right, so looking at this, I can just check off continue planning routine, even though I'm still not done yet because I have basically done it. Finish the front room painting definitely is not getting done this month. New walk recipe is on my list for this week, but it was on my list for last week and didn't get done, so we'll see how that goes. Everything got done for fun and recreation, work and learning. For immersion, I have been very behind on that because of family issues. Quality over quantity time. I've been doing dates with Jesse as best as I can, so not perfect, but still something. And I did get lunch in with RJ, just haven't done that with Kat yet. We were supposed to go to the mall this past weekend, but sort of changed what we were doing, so we'll see if I can manage that this week. As for my habits, I'm just going to cross no fast food out because that just did not happen. I've gotten better at blood pressure, better at water, good at going outside and playing with Layla. The Peloton, though, was the other one that did not get handled. The UU service also did not happen, and it's not going to happen this weekend either. I know it's not going to happen this weekend, and we're going to talk more about that when I set my April goals. As for financial focus, the only thing left to do is to file taxes. But we haven't done that yet because Jesse is going to get us a tax professional, hopefully. And then the only thing left on my physical environment is the maintenance spreadsheet, which I'm going to set up this week. So I'm going to start working on my goals for April really quick. I have timestamps in the bottom if you want to just see the planning in the calendar, which will happen after the goal setting. I am curious to know, would you prefer to have the goal setting and the monthly calendar in two separate videos, or are you fine with it in this? Going to the monthly goals, we're just going to start filling them out and they'll talk about it. I did just put up a quarterly refresh where I did my quarterly assessment and everything like that. I did not update my annual goals. My plan is to update them when I swap planners at the end of the 6 months, because it's a 6-month MakseLife planner. I will rewrite my goals and update them if I feel they need to be updated, but I didn't have any real updates that I wanted to make after doing my quarterly assessment. It just gave me an idea of kind of where I want to focus my attention. So I guess to check in with that briefly before I go into the goals, the one area that kind of went down a little bit, but it didn't show in the score because of the rounding, but like it did go down a little bit, was spiritual and personal growth. And I'm actually going to kind of address that this next month. And then my fun and recreation was the one that went up 2 points, which was my goal for the whole year. So I gave it another 2 points. But the area I really want to focus in on this next month is my personal, especially the hobbies aspect of it. So you'll see that, and we're going to jump into that first because personal is the first goal on this list. My personal area here is going to be my main focus for the month. There's going to be plenty of other things, but this is what I really want to focus in on. So my last 3 months, all of the themes have been around self-care, right? We've got practice daily life prioritization in January, and then we have continue to prioritize self-care in February, and then in March, maintain self-care with all the shit happening. And the self-care meaning the manicures, the planning routine, like kind of trying to set those habits into place. Well, I've got the habits into place. Now what I want to do, and the thing, if I have a podcast that actually went up, last week, talking about not making time for hobbies 2 weeks ago, maybe I'll link it in the description. But I'm not making time for hobbies. I'm failing at hobbies because I'm not giving myself the time for them. Here, there's only one, quote, self-care item. I mean, I guess you could say the hobbies are also self-care, but like one item very specifically tied to self-care here, and everything else is about hobbies. So first and foremost, I guess the self-care one is just getting my manicure. As you can see, I'm already starting to grow out a little bit. That's already scheduled, so that should happen. But then the other one, so Fill My Moleskine sketchbook. That one is actually tied in with my project Stash Down, a video I will link in the description where I'm trying to use my stuff, use up all my shit, use it up over the course of a month. And in April, I have this sketchbook that is a watercolor sketchbook, and it's very close to being done. There's no reason I shouldn't fill it, but I like to just experiment and like give myself some fun with it. I'm also going to be using this Paul Rubens watercolor set with it, but I don't anticipate using this puppy up. Like, this guy is already like, I've made dents in a lot of these, and I'm just going to see where the dents are at the end of the month. But the Moleskine sketchbook, I expect to be able to fill up, and unless I really don't prioritize it, I should be able to. 2 classes I want to sign up for. One is a xeriscaping class, so it's like for low water landscaping. I'd really like to incorporate more of that, especially into our front yard, and our city actually offers free classes and free designs so that you can start working on it. So I want to sign up for that, and then at the beginning of April, pottery classes for beginners open up through the city, and I want to take one of those. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. I don't like shit on my fingers, but I really want to like make my own palettes. So, and then finally, I want to finish one acrylic painting. Not all of them, just one. We'll see if that happens. For my fun and recreation, I actually have a very specific focus for the month. And in that focus, that's all in this kind of section here. And then this section is just the sort of ongoing things having to do with this that I want to keep track of getting done. So in the ongoing things, it's half-day Fridays, Saturdays off, and doing a 3-day weekend. For the plan this summer focus, I need to get the dates. Our summer has changed a little bit. My ex-husband has made some adjustments to what the summer is going to look like. So I need the kids to get me the dates of like when they need to fly out there, so on and so forth. I need to figure out then where, these are kind of out of order. I need to coordinate with my sister as to when we're going to be all heading to Bend. The goal is to have my kids fly out there from Napa, Jess and I to drive out there with Layla, stay at an Airbnb. Jess and I will drive back with Layla, and then the kids will fly back once we get back to Denver. So it's a bit of a coordination. We have to get the hotels booked for Jesse's and my drive. We have to do the Airbnb in Bend and coordinate it all with my sister. So that's the big summer planning. And then the other thing is signing up for the Pride 5K, which we're going to walk in. And now that we know the kids are going to be here, I want to sign it up with them too. So that's I'm basically, most of this can get done over the course of like a weekend. I just need to set aside the time to do it. For my work and learning goal, it's going to be to finish the immersion course. Here's all the modules. I don't expect I'm going to finish all the stuff I want to do with the course, but I want to at least watch all the modules and do the basic homework. So I think I should be able to. There's an implementation week, the first full week of April, that I should be able to catch up. I think. We shall see. It's a kind of a lofty goal, but I'm as you're going to see, at least one other goal is not even getting touched this month. So we'll see how it goes. Family and relationships. It's basically just a continuation of everything I've been doing. Prioritizing time with family and friends is the focus. I've got lunch with each of my family members individually. And then one coffee date with a friend is what I want to try and fit in. I haven't done really coffee dates with friends at all, but I did see people go wild, and it's leaving me wanting to see my friends. So there is that. Oh, and also there's one other thing I wanted to add here. One of my bucket list items is to do dinner with like at least a friend every quarter. And we did that last quarter. And so I want to just make sure I know that there's going to be opportunities for it this month. So I'm putting it on here. I'm kind of fudging it a little bit, but we shall see. For my health and wellness, my focus this month is going to be on movement. I put new habits, although they're not all new. Water, I've increased to 100 ounces from 96, which is basically my goal for the year is 100 ounces. Getting my blood pressure daily, walking Layla, bedtime at 10:30, which is the new one I just incorporated about a week ago. And then Peloton 1 times weekly, which really needs to be handled here. The new one is 8K steps. I don't really want to do 10K steps. I don't know. I'm not worried about getting to that point, but 8K, I want to just make sure I'm moving enough for that. I also highlighted all the habits I'll be writing on my planner. So I have room for one more, and I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to be, and it's going to be under physical environment. I'm not putting planning routine in there anymore because it's not necessary. I didn't put go outside because I want to walk Layla every day, and that usually gets me outside. But I want to just have it be that. Spiritual and personal growth. This is the one I'm skipping this month. It's not because I don't want to go to the church and don't want to meet people and everything, but I haven't done that yet. And honestly, there's too many other things happening in my life right now where making time on Sunday mornings has not been going the way I want it to. So I do want to get to it, but this is not going to be that month. So next month, I think, will be the month of really getting out of the house on the weekends because the weather will be better and that's when the farmers markets open back up. So I think that will be when I start planning my church trips, but I'm going to just skip spiritual and personal growth for the month of April, unless I add something in for my weekly actions. But for an overall goal, we're going to skip you. For financial goals, I'm just going to continue the things I've been doing. So the focus is going to be maintaining the things I've already been working on, investing into my retirement, putting savings for family, and then filing my quarterly taxes and my monthly meeting with Jess. So pretty basic. For my physical environment, I actually have 2 home projects for the month. One is an inside project and one is an outside project. The inside project is I want to style my tall bookshelves. This is going to involve getting the big ladder out because they go all the way up to our vaulted ceilings. But we have 2 sets. There's one in the living room by the fireplace, and there's one in my nook in my bedroom. Both have at least what I can reach from the floor. Some stuff on them. It's not styled. It looks kind of like hot mess, but they're fairly basic. So I want to get them both styled. This is going to include placing Loki's ashes and everything on the ones in the living room. We want to put them high enough so he could look out the window. So I've got them both on here, right? For this set here is my tall bookshelves. So the nook shelves, the living room shelves, and I put the mantle for the fireplace as well because that's also kind of a hot mess and I can just do them at the same time. For the outside, it's to plan the container garden I'm going to start. I'm keeping it very minimal. I'm thinking strawberries and then a couple of veggies and herbs. I would like to get one of those elevated garden beds that I don't have to bend over for. And, I would like to get a potting bench. My sister hooked me on the idea of that. But my goal is not to plant it this month, but to get the plans together so I know what I'm doing, get everything I need together except for the plants themselves and everything's assembled. So in May, I can plant the container garden. So get the potting bench, get the container and supplies, choose what plants I'm going to do, and then get everything set up so that in May I can actually plant. And then I also added my 7th habit, which is going to be to run the Roomba daily. I'm still not in a good routine with that. I know the kitchen needs it daily, or at least mostly daily, and then I need to be able to put it in different parts of the house. Having the house all super clean from the cleaners is excellent, but I don't want them to have to I don't want to just not vacuum until they get here. We got the Roomba for a reason. So anyways, that's the habits. That's 7 total habits. And this is my goal. These are my goals for the month of April. Now let's go into setting up the calendar. I've already got my weekly reflection set up from this past week because this past week I kept in March. Anyway, so here is the month. The kit. Whoops, that's not the month. This is the month. Yeah. So the kit that I'm using is this April kit from Chrissy Ann Designs. I love these colors. As a matter of fact, I ordered the weekly kit and used it the week previous to the one I'm filming this in, as well as using the journaling stickers in my daily, which is a video which will be coming, I think, next week. So much going on. And then I ordered the coordinating event stickers. This is how many I have left from March. Plenty, but I may use them all this month because now I'm adding some new things in. My regular pen is a Energel RTX. That's what I used in my goals, but for the stickers, I'm going to use the Pilot Ultrafine Permanent. And now having said that, I'm going to put in these date covers up here because I'm changing it to a Monday start because that's what I prefer. And then numbering the whole planner because that's the way these videos go. I already stuck this to-do list section here. I still don't know if I want to put something down here or not. I just don't know. I don't use my monthly spread thoroughly enough to really need something there, but I also recognize that it could use a full box. I wonder what the April ones look like. Give me a minute. Oh, I should have some left over from my weekly kit. Maybe I can stick something there. Hell yeah. We'll get back to that. Stick a pen in that. Stick a pin in that. Stick a fork in that. Stick something in that. All right, time for the most fascinating and intellectually stimulating moment of these videos. The laying of the number stickers. just double check to make sure I put everything in correctly, because that's always a question here. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is put in the like school stuff. So A and B days for my kids, like different drop-offs. All right, that's it. They have no school days off. They have no days off, and there's the SAT day on the 13th. But other than that, yeah, that's everything for school. Okay. Now that we have that done, do I want to put holidays in first? Or do I want to wait until I've put in all of my calls and everything? Because then I'll know what room I have for holidays. Let's do the calls. So let's just go week by week. No, let's not go week by week. Let's go section by section. It's actually the next morning, because I wound up having to step away from this yesterday. And so it's the next morning to put my bathrobe, but we're going to finish planning out the month of April. And we're going to start by putting in all of my streaming that I have, because streams happen often. Let's just go week by week, because what I usually do is I'll put in all my streams, and then I'll realize there's stuff that was ahead of them that day. I just don't like having a 4 p.m. thing stacked on top of a 11 a.m. thing. I mean, it happens as the month goes on, but at least when I'm starting my month, I like it to be orderly, right? Okay, so this first week, or weekend, as you would say, I have a phone call on Friday. I have getting my car detailed on Saturday, and then Sunday I have my streams. So originally I was getting my car detailed on the break, on like my kids' spring break when they were in Napa, but it snowed the day I had it scheduled, and so we rescheduled it for Saturday, because the problem is that it's going to be like a 4-hour process, and I need to make sure that I have the car available for like picking kids up and stuff. So doing it on a weekday works if it's in the morning on a day like when I only have one drop off because it's an A day. But the problem is that the detailer I'm using mostly only has afternoon appointments, at least when I was rescheduling during the week, at least. On the weekends, there were morning appointments, but during the week, they were mostly afternoon appointments. And if your appointment's at 1 and it's a 4-hour thing, then you're not going to be done until 1, which means that, not going to be done until 4, and my kids can have school at 3:30, and it's like across town from me, and I live in a big suburb, so across town is quite some ways. The only thing I'll put in is for a 3-day weekend, which I guess I can do when I get closer to it, because it'll be Easter weekend, not because we celebrate Easter, but because I figure if I'm going to take a Sunday off from streaming, Easter is one of those days where a lot of people don't show up for my live stream, so it makes sense, right? Okay. For that first full week of April, I'm in this week right now as I'm filming this. There's a lot happening this week. Monday, I have 2 phone calls. Tuesday, I'm getting my nails done, Patreon Live, and then a parent meeting at the high school for graduation. Wednesday, the cleaners are coming for their bi-weekly cleaning. It'll be our first like non-deep cleaning, so I'll let you know how that goes. And I have a phone call. Nothing on Thursday. Friday, I have an ultrasound of my kidneys, and then a phone call. And then Sunday is the stream. So a pretty full week, this first full week. Not a lot of doctor's appointments yet, except for, of course, I guess the ultrasound. Also, and my husband hasn't put this on the calendar yet, but we have on Wednesday, we have a few of his work friends coming over for a barbecue. One of our friends from Napa, one of his coworkers, is in town, and so we're having a few people over just to see them. Thankfully, one of his other coworkers is helping him handle all the food, so I don't have to deal with it. All right, I think I just wrote everything in just for this week. That's a lot of things. I mean, it's not all of these things. Some of these things are for other weeks, but whatever. Okay, this is going to be such a waste of a sticker, but like, I really don't like having all the purple in one spot. Does that make me silly? Probably. I could write the bill in here, but I kind of want to do something. Let's take a second here before I get too deep into this. I've got all of my stack of various stickers from before, from both the journaling stickers kit and the weekly kit. Whoa, I didn't realize that was 2 stickers. Was that meant to be 2 stickers? No, fuck it. We'll just put some flowers down. to fill this bottom corner up. See? There we go. Now it's filled. I don't know if I like that, but it's out of the way. And I think what I will do, because my original reason for coming over here, I don't usually use this to-do list very much, but I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll put the bills here that I personally am responsible for, either because they're business related or I just pay them. Back to my week. So what was it? Wednesday? Wednesday is the cleaners. I do love being able to buy these event stickers that coordinate with the kit, because whatever comes with most monthly kits or monthly like sticker sets, just there's not enough, obviously, for like my amount of appointments that I've got currently. Alright, so the only thing I have on Thursday is a call so far. I cannot lay these stickers down straight for the life of me though. What the fuck? You think I'd be able to? I'm lining them up with the side here, but apparently that is harder than it looks, especially when I'm trying not to stick my hair right underneath the camera. And then nothing on Saturday, thank God, and then stream on Sunday. So for the next week, I'm going to grab out these like strips, because that's going to be the 3-day weekend that I'm taking. Friday through Sunday off? Yeah, let's just do that. Because I don't think anyone else. Normally when I've taken 3-day weekends, it's because like my kids and my husband have a day off, but none of them have a day off for this. So it's going to just be me. If it's a day off with my kids and my husband, I want to take off the day that they have off. If it is a day off where it's just me, Friday is usually my best day to take off for my 3-day weekend, purely because not only do I do half days on Fridays normally, so it's a little less invasive. I like that flow better for like just doing stuff with myself, for myself, however you want to put it. And so I'll take this little flowery one and just put in C 3-day weekend. That way we see that it's just me who's taking the weekend off. And perhaps I will schedule myself a like little coffee date on my own that day. That would be lovely. So for this week, a lot less full than the previous week. Basically, I currently only have one thing per day, except for Thursday. That is not Thursday. Thursday I have 2 things. Everything else I have 1 day. So I have a phone call on Monday, Patreon Live on Tuesday, phone call on Wednesday, phone call on Thursday, plus Kat has a doctor's appointment. All right, that's that week. Obviously, this first week, usually that's how it goes with these monthly plan with me. That first full week is usually packed, and then things fill up as the month goes on. Okay, the following week, I have 2 phone calls on Monday. I have a Patreon Live on Tuesday, a phone call on Wednesday, a phone call on Thursday, a phone call on Friday, as well as my Patreon or my live stream in the Facebook group for Wild for Planners for Wild University. I'm the major professor this month, and my live is Friday afternoon. And then I have streams on Sunday. So these are all things that are just happening throughout the month, these calls and shit. So that makes sense. All right, and then for this week, I have a call on Monday, Patreon Live on Tuesday, and a call on Wednesday. And then that's it for this last week. I'm streaming on Sunday, but that's in May. So it's goddamn, just even thinking like May's that close. Holy shit, people. Holy shit. I'm just going to peel off this like sticker paper here, because these are what I have left, and I will just use these. What I've been doing is just keeping the spares. As you can see here, this is all I have left from March's sheet. Keeping the spares back here, because then I can use them if I need to. I guess I'll just throw these on here. The fun thing is I do have plenty of leftovers from the previous kit, like the weekly kit. So anything that's left over for this month can just get hung on to for the next time I use the leftovers when I break everything down. I haven't broken it down yet, mostly just because there's a lot. And with the journaling stickers, I have no idea how I'm going to break that shit down. Oh, there's something I totally forgot. I wanted to throw in, like, check the celebrations collection, see if there's any holidays I want to throw in. Do I have room for Earth Day? I don't know if I have room to put the Earth Day sticker there, but I really want to put the Earth Day sticker there because that's something I really give a shit about. I'm not putting the tax day sticker in because hell no. Hell no am I putting the tax day sticker in. I really don't have room for a lot of these. I'll put the Easter sticker in, not because I celebrate Easter, I really don't, but Jesse has in the past, so he'll probably care. April 16th is Husband Appreciation Day. We'll put that one there too. At the very least, I can tell him it's Husband Appreciation Day, even if I don't appreciate. And then I want to put Earth Day in, but it's not going to fit. I wonder if Denver does anything for Earth Day. I'm just going to put it right here. There we go. Earth Day. There's something else I want to put on Friday. Wait, is that day? Registration at 9 a.m. pottery classes. Because apparently they fill up ASAP. So I want to make sure to be able to register for those on the 4th. Ooh, that's a week. That's next week. Let me know if there's something you have coming up in April that you're looking forward to. For me, I am looking forward to get my car detailed for my 3-day weekend. I'm looking forward to registering for pottery classes. I'm looking forward to seeing our friends at the barbecue. I'm looking forward to taking a 3-day weekend. I think I said that already. But it's mostly just like business as usual this month. So May is going to be when my kid hopefully is graduating, and then we go into the summer. So this month is really a business as usual month, plus taxes. Quarterly taxes. I'm going to put that on Monday so I don't forget to mail off. And I used the flowery one so I wouldn't miss it. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace.